for. There we go.
Hello everyone, thank you for joining us in another Fortnite videos. Um, I accidentally put up what's going on. Well, if you were interested, they have the new settings in the next update. They have flying cows detected. The Shadows Rising pack, which is honestly just a bunch of reskins, except for the guy on the right with the horns. But the other two are just reskins of that one free skin that you got, that one free character you got. And then of course the Chimera stuff for the season. I'm still rocking the Venom outfit, but I do think as much as I've been enjoying it, it might be time to put everything back on random, or you're just going to be seeing this for like the next 10 or so videos. So I might have to put it back on random. Let me know in the comments if you need me to put it back on random. um,
Mm.
but hope everybody's been having a good day, good week, been being safe out there, and we will jump into the open L's. Oh, actually, you know what I didn't do? I didn't change my settings. I need to increase the sensitivity on my reticle. Let's see if I can do that real quick.
Specifically the ADS, the aim down sight.
Right. The aim down sight. Let's see, where is that? Nope. Toggle sprint.
All right, good. While you're doing that, I'm gonna still check this training that's
Nope.
going on.
Let's see. HUD options. Mouse sensitivity. Targeting sensitivity. Scope.
You back to mouse and keyboard?
No, still using a controller. Invert. I'm not seeing an ADS, and my targeting sensitivity says it's at 100%.
It might be different for the PC then.
Yeah. Controller auto run. Look sensitivity. Maybe that's one. Aim sensitivity. ADS. There we go. Fast. Let's put it on 8, because I think it was on 6++ normal. So 7 is fast, 8 is fast plus, 9 is fast plus, and 10 is insane. So let's try 8 and see if that works. Build mode sensitivity multiplier. And I haven't had any issues really with build mode, so we'll leave all that stuff alone for now. Yes, save that, and we'll see if that helps us. All right, let's go ahead and we will jump in to a match.
There we go. So, how was your week?
It was okay. It was hectic. I wasn't able to make videos as often as I could because, I'm pretty sure I mentioned it before, but we had people from out of town staying at the house. So a lot of my time got taken up with work, and then just being around them and doing things with them. So, which those things were fun, but it took me away from doing this. So,
Right.
But it was really fun. It was great to have them all here. Hopefully, they will come back and do it again sometime soon. But yeah, it was a lot of fun all around. So,
Nice.
Yeah.
Like I had told you before the recording, I've put 63 hours into I'm pretty sure I mentioned it on one of the last videos, the game Ninth Dawn 3. I've put like 63 hours into it since I got it a week and a half ago. And then you were like, what's the context of that? I've played it a lot. Like 5 hours at a time, a lot.
Well,
like
right.
Destiny level a lot.
Which is all well and good, but if you tell me you put 30, 40 hours into Destiny over 2 or 3 days, then it's like, oh, you were doing raids or you were looking for a specific weapon. I'm happy that you're having fun with the game, but I don't know if I don't know if you want an answer from me when you go, hey, I've put 15 hours into this game that you know nothing about. Are you expecting an answer at all, or you just wanted to tell me that you've been playing it a lot?
The latter.
Okay.
Let's see. Where should we go?
I've been putting a lot of time into Monster Hunter Stories 2, which I put a video up on my channel for in the My Kind of Games section, so it's there. And I've been having a lot of fun with it. It's basically built. It is Monster Hunter as like an old school JRPG, and it is fantastic. It's basically like a JRPG Pokemon, because you now catch the monsters and put them on your team, and you build a team of them, and they have the rock paper scissors. They have power, speed, and tech. The thing that really made me want to get the game is that Zen Ogre, my favorite monster from Monster Hunter Worlds outside of Nergigante, is an actual monster you can get. And if you have a monster as your lead monster, you can ride them around in the open fields. So
Nice.
it's just a really, really well put together game. It's really good.
Is it on Nintendo, I'm assuming?
It's on PC and the Switch.
Yeah.
So I have the PC because the Switch isn't particularly great. Not that the Switch is like a bad platform or anything, but the problem with the Switch is that the new games coming out for it are bigger and need more processing power.
Shit, you're a bounty. You're bountied.
Why are people bountying me? I don't like it, I say. Just minding my own business. All I was doing was minding my own business, and then people started trying to shoot me.
There's a chest over here.
I don't even know where you are. I'm just collecting stuff. I'm gonna need a lot of ammo if someone's got a bounty on my head.
Well, they're not danger close yet.
Not yet. I'm sure they'll figure it out eventually. Oh, why did I?
When you take a bounty, your location shows up in a giant yellow circle, so they know the general vicinity of where you are. God damn it! Fucking.
Oh, there's a shotgun. Yeah, we can just replace one of them. Okay. So, got close quarters. Where are you currently? Okay, you're right there.
I'm running towards you, so
Yep.
it's not a surprise.
Wow, it's gonna be a surprise no matter what. All right, have we collected all we want to collect, and do we want to be on our ways?
Find a place to hide. Come over here right quick.
Why is my jump button still? And it does it so randomly. It's not always the case. It just does it so randomly. Like, sometimes the jump button will shoot my gun. Other games, the jump button will not. So it's got to be some kind of weird glitch. Bandages right here if you want them and don't have any.
And green or purple shotgun if you want it.
Oh, nice.
So
I'll take it.
Yeah, I've got a common one, so yeah, I'll carry bandages. We're probably gonna need them.
Yeah. I have one
But,
med kit. Oh, there's a chest
yeah,
up there.
So that sounds cool. There's a similar mechanic
And we've got a
in
minute
Ninth Dawn.
before we need to get to the circle.
Oh, we better get started then, because it's a long way.
Yeah. Ooh. Take that. I will switch that for that. Oh,
There's
God,
a- ooh,
God
actually,
damn
we
it.
can-
Wait,
If you
what?
come over here, we can
Why did-
catch a ride.
Okay, on my way. Why in the world did that shoot my gun?
You have double bindings on shit?
There shouldn't be double bindings on shit, though. That's the thing. Catch a ride? Anyway, so Monster Hunter Stories, very good game. If anybody wants to get into Monster Hunter, actually, this is a really good installment to jump in on, even if it's only your first Monster Hunter game. Because it's your traditional turn-based, you have all the time in the world to think about what you're going to do, get used to the systems and everything. It's really, really well put together. I think there was only really one complaint I had about it, and it had to do with as you're fighting with your monster, you're building up basically a magic pool. And once you fill that pool all the way to 100%, you can do like a super attack. You jump on your monster and can ride them in combat, and then you do a super attack with them. But if you have it at full and you switch out a monster so that you can
Goes
basically
back to 0.
yeah, it goes back to 0. That's the
That
only
sucks.
thing that I think. Yeah, I wish that was not the case, because if one monster, because you find yourself needing to switch out monsters consistently depending on what phase the enemy monster is in. So every enemy monster might be like a speed starting out, but then they'll become enraged and they'll switch over to attack or a power. So then you want to switch your monstie out for the correct what's the word? For the correct counter to that, right?
Yeah, I was gonna say counter.
Yeah. So if I have full magic and now I have to switch out to get the what? Oh, why is it's okay? Shoot is on my move. I don't know why this keeps happening. It's really annoying.
I can
Here,
imagine.
potion.
I've got. Oh,
I have big ones. How do? Let me see if I can remember how to. Nope, 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 nope. How do I
aim, aim and shoot when
aim
you're
and?
holding it.
Okay, aim and. Nope, nope, nope. Somebody's coming. Fuck! I am fucking this up real bad right now. I haven't. It's been that long since I played. Drop. There you go.
There we go.
That was just an easier way to do that.
That sounds pretty cool. If you're interested in checking out Ninth Dawn 3, you can get it on PC. You can get it on Android. I've got it on Xbox. You might be able to get it on PlayStation.
Okay. I'll have to check it out. Oh, I can't harvest that. Why can't I harvest that?
There's some shit you can't harvest. And there's a quest to knock down the alien trees. I just finished it, so you might want to try doing that too.
Okay.
It's a quick 30k XP.
Cool. Yeah, the male Spire Guardian skin came up yesterday, and I was like, "Oh, I'm just
got one northwest.
Got
running to the bridge, and another one northwest in a car, and holy shit, fuck!
I'm behind you. Oh, I see him over there. Yeah. I don't have a sniper rifle right now, so I can't try to take pot shots. Oh, and there are the guys in the truck over there.
There's a truck, and then there's also a car to the west.
Okay. Well, it looks like they're about to run right into each other, so let them do that.
Let them do our dirty work for us. We will Slav squat.
Yeah, pretty much. Stupid Americans.
Yeah. We will eat semechki and Slav squat while they kill each other. I've been watching Life of Boris videos. Got that Slav kick going on. But yeah, so Ninth Dawn has a similar thing where you can catch the monsters.
Yeah.
It's a very time-consuming, very expensive skill to.
Well, there they go. Looks like they've started. Oh, we're already down to 27 people.
We're in top 15. All right, where's the next circle? Oh, we've got another ruck ahead of us.
That's cool. Have they engaged the people on the bridge at all? Does not look like it. Are the people on the bridge still in?
Oh, no,
they're moving now.
Someone coming out. Yeah, it's one person. So
maybe they're maybe they're that 7th person out of the 27. Then they lost their partner. Are you?
Right,
oh,
I'm running for cover.
I wasn't intending to engage them, but.
Ah, shit.
Oh, you down? Ah.
Yep.
Ooh.
Careful.
Yeah, I know. Ooh,
Get him. Get him. Shoot him in the face. It's coming right at you.
Ooh. Damn.
Well, this gives you an opportunity to see if your stuff's double binded.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know why it keeps doing it. I wonder if it's the stupid Microsoft updates doing it.
It could be.
It's not letting me. Okay, that's what I'm sitting here like it's not letting me leave the match.
Yeah, but yeah, it's the catching monsters. You can easily spend like 20,000 gold just on the bait and traps alone, and then it like you have to get like there's a heart system. When you get 3 hearts on the creature, it's supposed to let you be able to capture it, but then you have to start alternating traps and bait. And there's like a sweet spot where you get them back up to 2 hearts and then bait, then trap, then bait, then trap, and then you finally catch them. I've got like 10 or 12 monsters I can have on my team, along with my NPC character that's named Nameless, and he has a bad habit of dying all the fucking time. I'm gonna have to put ability coins into the friggin' revive spell so I can get him and other creatures back up. And then last night and today, I was
No.
working.
So as far as the controls say, nothing should be double binded. So it's some stupid glitch or something is going on. Here, let's apply the PlayStation 4 and see if that fixes it. Alright.
I was gonna say you could also check in the control panel settings to see if something's fucky there too.
Let's see. Where's the,
That'd be for Windows.
No, I think it's just... I think something is just screwing up because moving around with my joystick is making my mouse pointer move. So I think there's just some kind of glitch going on either between my computer in the game or my computer. There's some kind of weird glitching going on. Because it never used to do that either. So it's probably something to do with the stupid update that Microsoft put in for the Windows version. It's probably fucked something up. It always does.
Way to go, Microsoft. You had one job. One job.
As usual, and they can't even do that right. I am ready when you are. Yeah. So, the sensitivity does seem to be working better. So that's good. But now I have to get used to the new sensitivity so that I can aim better.
Yeah. Let me try putting mine on. No, goddamn it. Try putting mine on 8 as well. See if that does anything.
But yeah. Let's see. Did we want to talk about the final episode of Loki?
How long do you want this video to be?
We've got like 8 minutes or so, and we can always we can start it in this video and end it in the next video if we need to.
So, spoilers, if you haven't watched the season finale of Loki, are ahead. But if you're into that, I mean, why wouldn't you have already watched it?
So, pretty much.
Yeah. So Loki and Sylvie walk through the smoke monster's portal into the, like, what they call it, the Citadel at the end of time.
I suppose. Citadel, castle.
Some kind of thing. And they are met by Miss Minutes, the clock, offering them everything they ever wanted. Loki wants to be a ruler, he can rule, and Sylvie can be that wench be thick.
Yeah, and they can do it together even if they want to.
Yeah, and they're both like, fuck you, bitch. We want to, get this shit done and over with. Where should we go? Let's go to Hydro 16.
Okay. Yeah, and it's like kicking me out. I don't know. Apparently, it is. I may end up having to restart my damn computer or some such shit. You still there, David?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I have no idea what's going on.
Are you able
So,
to move?
oh no, I can move and everything, but it's like
Okay.
kicking me out of the Fortnite window and all manner of shit. Things that it never did before. So I'm kind of trying to, in my head, I'm just going through all the possibilities of why it could be doing it now.
Right.
And it didn't start doing this shit until after the update to Microsoft Windows. So something is now screwed up somewhere. So
Mm,
yeah, this might be the only video we do today then, just so I can see if I can't figure out what the fuck is going on.
no.
Oh, what's this? Found
Oh,
some
your
kind
favorite.
of green canister. But continue. So offered
So
them the world.
uh,
They said no.
and they keep going in, and then they meet He Who Remains.
No.
Um, so we don't actually find out who he is, but people have guessed, and now they've revealed that he's actually Kang the Conqueror.
Yeah. Which is what people assumed as soon as all the time stuff started. They figured the big bad was going to end up being Kang, and they were right.
Oh, there is a galaxy chest over there, plus a house. Hopefully nobody's home, so I can try to find a weapon for. Ooh, there we go.
Yeah, I also need weapon.
Tactical shotgun.
Weapon
Brick.
is needed. Is there anything else in there?
Bondage. Ammo
There
box.
is a... There's a chest up there. Let's see, what do we got?
Aha.
Stair... Left.
Ramp.
That'll do. Didn't put it exactly where I wanted it, but that'll do. I'll take that. Bandage. Ammo. Okay. So we finally meet He Who Remains. Turns out that that is Kang the Conqueror. Sylvie tries to kill him a couple of times, but he teleports out of the way.
Making it seem like he's nigh unbeatable.
Oh, car.
And then
On the other side of the house, car. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Oh, damn it, I'm down.
hang on.
I shot and it allowed them to know exactly where I was, but I didn't mean to shoot the freaking thing. Yeah, I don't know why my controls are so effed up. It is vexing, and it's annoying, and it's frustrating. Because they shouldn't be. It won't even let me return to the damn lobby. It's fucking up so much. And I don't like using mouse and keyboard because it's really hard on my wrists. Like, my wrists, like, start to really hurt if I use mouse and keyboard for too long to play a game like this. That's why it's so much better for me to use a controller.
Right.
Let's see, we're about 24 minutes in. Let's go ahead and get through. We can queue up for another one, and we'll go ahead and get through the Loki stuff, and then we'll end the video on that note.
Not that button. That button. Yeah. So he makes it appear like he knows everything that's going to happen, and he even says so. And he takes him into his office, gives him the story, like he's from the 32nd century, some shit like that. And he discovered the ability to hop between dimensions. And like
No, he didn't discover the ability to hop between dimensions. He was a scientist who discovered that other dimensions existed. And across these other multiverses, the other scientists that were also him also discovered that the other multiverses existed. And then they found a way to communicate with each other, and then they found a way to then hop between those different dimensions. And they shared their knowledge and technology with each other to improve each other's multiverse. And then one or a group of them decided that they should rule all the multiverses for the betterment. And that's what started a multiversal war.
Right. And then he ended up killing them all and created the TVA to stop any branching timelines to prevent that from happening again.
Yeah.
And this whole time, Sylvie's giving him the stink eye, like, bitch, I don't care, I'm still gonna kill your ass anyways. But
Well,
Loki's
no,
like,
they thought he was lying, and then he was like, and he was like, nah, the time for lies is past. You know, I'm putting all my cards on the table. And the big controversy is that Sylvie thinks he's lying and wants to kill him, but Loki doesn't think that he's lying. And he's the one being the voice of reason, being like, you might think he's lying, but on the chance that he's telling the truth, we could seriously fuck things up if we kill him. And what the he who remains decides, what he does is he offers them the ability to take over the TVA. So they could kill him and restart the war, or they could take over the TVA and run it how they want to. Meaning they could, you know, not destroy innocent timelines and things like that. Now, this is the thing that is that was weird with this episode, because Mobius went back in the last episode, and he confronts the judge. I forget her name. Renslayer. He confronts Renslayer and talks about how he's showing everybody the truth, and they show
one of the basically one of the guards.
Okay, I can't.
Right.
Okay, every button is every button now, apparently. Yeah, he shows one of the guards that Rinslet is a variant, and that all of them are variants. I think it's B-15 is there, and they're chasing her, and she lures one of the guards into a high school where chest box over here. Yeah. This is my thing with that scene. And we talked about this when you told me that they were using multiple writing teams. Every time they take a variant or find a variant timeline that's not supposed to be there, they erase that timeline and send it to Alioth or Eliath. They send it to Eliath.
To the void.
So why wasn't it done with Rinslet? Why is her timeline still there? And not only that, why is there still a version of her sitting there? So does that?
Think about that.
Well, okay. So thinking about it, is the Rinslet that is the variant? Is she like from a different multiversal timeline then? And so that's the real Rinslet from the appropriate timeline?
Yeah. Because when classic Loki said, you know, he started missing people, and as soon as he tried to step foot off the planet, that's when the TVA came and pruned him. So there's still the proper classic Loki on the sacred timeline. So that it could very well be that Renslayer, that's the principal at that high school, that's the proper timeline. And the Judge Renslayer, it was the variant that got taken back to the TVA and then given a job.
Okay. Alright, well then that explains that. Okay. And then he offered to just put them back in the timeline and fix everything. And I'm sitting here like, wait, if you could do that, why didn't you just do that then? Does that also mean you could tie in other variants or multiverses into the main timeline without any issues? And if you can, well, why didn't you just do that?
You know what I'm gonna say? Plot armor.
Not so much plot armor. That's not really plot armor. That's just contrivance, right? It's like, well, we needed to go a specific way, and like he said, I laid down the road for you to get here because I knew everything that was going to happen. So you could. That's why I hate when stories fuck around with time travel, because there are too many plot holes that happen and too many plot holes that can easily just be explained away. Because then it's like, well, he planned it that way, right? And it's like, and then he talked about how, well, you had to go through the journey so that you could go through your different changes and stuff to become who you are right now in this moment. And it's like, that's all well and good. And then you get to the point where, I mean, like, it's like, that's all well and good, but that's too convenient of an explanation. Because he's not some, like, all-powerful deity or some shit like that. He's just some dude. He's just a scientist who found out about the multiverse and then found Eliath. He was part of the war, and he won, apparently. And then without him keeping all of the various other basically, the sacred timeline is our particular multiverse without any of the other ones. That's what the variants are. They're from the other. It really has nothing to do with time. It has everything to do with he's keeping other multiverses from existing so that there's only one universe.
Keeping them in check.
Well, no, he's keeping them from existing.
Yeah.
Because all those time variances that they show on the charts and stuff when the TVA is looking at them, oh, look at that. Oh, yeah, just glitching all over the goddamn place, huh? Okay. All those time variants, like breaks that that the TVA always shows, where you see the sacred timeline, do you see a branch go off? That's another multiverse. So what he's doing is he's keeping other universes from existing. And the sacred timeline is really our universe, with our universe's, people and characters and beings. That's why he didn't punish the Avengers for fucking around with time and shit like that, because that was part of the main one, right? So I guess that fixes that loophole, kinda. But
two people at the barn.
I don't have any real long range weapons.
Ooh, that fucking hurt. I'm
Yeah.
down to 2 health. Fuck.
Oop.
Stick your head up. Ooh, that was a lucky shot. I'm down.
Yeah. Oop.
Out. Or not.
Oh, shit. Well, I can't help you with them doing that. You're asking me to help you, but to help you is to have that happen. But in any case, what ends up happening is that
Loki and Sylvie break out into a fight.
yeah, they get into a fight. She accuses him of just wanting the throne. Loki is just like, no, I'm just trying to make sure that you're okay and that we don't make a mistake. And he's just like, just stop. Let's think about this and make an actual sound judgment that's not running off of our emotions. Like, I've been where you've been. I've felt what you're feeling. We need to stop and think. And so she kisses him. So big romance is a thing. And everybody's the creepy incest masturbation romance. And yeah. Like, yeah, I mean, yeah, like, yeah, it is because she's another version of him. He's another version of her. So they're basically sister and brother. Honestly, I
Well,
guess.
they're. It's not sister and brother. They're them. They're the same person. So yeah, it's creepy masturbation romance.
Yeah, I mean, everybody's like incesty, but yeah, they're basically the exact same person, just different. So Sylvie is just what if Loki had been born a girl, right? That's it. They're still supposed to be like the same person. So
Yeah.
yeah, so yeah. In any case, it doesn't matter. They have the big romantic kiss, and she kicks him back to the TVA, and she kills he who remains, and then the timeline. Not the timeline, because it's not. It really doesn't have anything to do. I mean, like, it has to do with space and time, but it's not just time travel. So hundreds of multiverses get spawned the moment he dies. Now, this is the thing that I don't understand. Why is him existing? Why is him being alive what's keeping the multiverses from happening? Like, he's just a dude. So shouldn't there be a machine or a program that's actually keeping this from happening? Why is him dying the thing that sets off all of these different other universes from being born?
This is a guess that just popped into my head. He's the anchor point for keeping the sacred timeline the only one.
Well,
You remove
then,
the anchor. You remove the anchor point, and then chaos.
but right, but he's outside. He's in a place that's outside of time. So how is he anchoring anything?
But like I said, that's a guess that just popped into my head. That kind of made sense to me. But then you have to bring the facts into it that he's outside of time. Well, where's it? So,
Well, he's at the end of time. He's technically at the end of everything. Meaning, since he's at the end of time, he can't. His presence doesn't actually affect anything. That's why I'm saying he would have had to have been working with some kind of technology. And since we find out later that he's Kang, that absolutely has to be the case. So
right.
the sacred timeline shouldn't have just gone nuts the moment he died. And why? And if you're trying to keep everything from falling into chaos, why would you tie everything going into chaos with you dying? Wouldn't you put like a shutdown protocol where if something kills you, it like locks the entire space down so that no one can fuck with what you've already kept from going chaotic?
Okay, so two things. Three things. Three things. What you're referring to is called a dead man switch. When you die, the switch is released, and then the whatever's on the other side of the equation's equal symbol happens.
Right.
And point two, what was the subplot of Spawn? Remember the evil dude had.
Oh yeah, he had the if his heart stopped, it would set off all the nuclear weapons in the world. Yeah.
Right. And then third point, Doctor Who, in I think it was the Tennant seasons. The way they stopped essentially the way they stopped the time war from destroying the universe was locking it 1 second out of time. Like it was 1 second out of step with normal time, and then that prevented Armageddon. So, in a sense, I could see him hiding at the end of time, being, and again, this is my working theory, him being the anchor to keeping the sacred timeline the only one. Where would you want to hide that anchor so it doesn't get killed?
Yeah, but if that's the case, if he's the anchor point for keeping the sacred timeline being the only timeline, why are there variants at all?
That ties back into why you said you hate time travel stuff. Or in this case, it would be multiversal stuff.
Well, no,
It's just
multiversal is fine because you're just jumping from one dimension into another dimension. But when you start fucking around with time travel, there are too many variables because anything can throw everything else off, and it's exponential from that one thing.
a butterfly
Like,
effect.
if a 2-year-old dies, oh well, that 2-year-old might have had the conversation with Hitler that kept Hitler from going, becoming an evil dictator and trying to murder the rest of the world. And then that 2-year-old might have then grown up to be Hitler's have grown up to be Hitler's like best friend, and they both went off to create a cure for cancer and stuff. You can't take in all the different possibilities, which is why you shouldn't ever do time travel. And if you do, you keep it very, very contained and small, like somebody jumping a couple of seconds into the future or a couple of seconds into the past, or they can rewind a couple of seconds. But you never do. Oh, we just jump through all out of time and do all other. Like, there's no way to know that if you're jumping into a time frame and you're killing a variant and then erasing that reality might have had the one weapon that can kill the demigod that gets born in the set in the actual correct timeline, like the sacred timeline. There may be a demigod in 3,000 years that gets born, and the only weapon that can kill him was a timeline that you jumped hundreds of years backwards in time, killed the variant that was going to make it, and erased their multiverse. Now there's no way to stop that demigod. That's why time travel is not supposed to be fucked with.
Well, there was a picture on Facebook that really summed it up. Sylvie is responsible for the next 10 years of the MCU's problems.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And this is, dude. This so illustrates. Like, this illustrates so, like, this really illustrates like how ridiculous this stuff kind of gets. Like Loki, and this is supposed to be like a character study for Loki, right? This is gonna end up being a long video. This is supposed to be like a character study for Loki, right? And
Yeah.
Loki changes, he grows, he becomes someone different than who he used to be, and a lot of people don't like that. But that's fine. The biggest problem I see with the change in his character is that he loses the edge he had from his previous character. And what I mean like that is not like edgelord, but he loses that calculating, menacing, I'll fucking kill you demeanor if I have to. And that's not something that is necessarily bad or good, but it is something that defines Loki as a character. Because his character has made such a complete transformation, he's no longer the same person. A person can change, but their core will always be the same. It is the experiences that branch out from their core is what you get. It's the person that they become, right? But they will always have like a core personality. But this was a complete change of Loki's very core personality. And I can understand why people are angry about that, because this is just a completely different Loki. Now, because remember, they called this Loki a variant, but this Loki isn't the variant. He's the Loki from the sacred timeline who gets killed by Thanos. He's actually not a variant. Once again, another reason why you don't fuck with time travel, because when he's watching that video, and I think episode 2 of him being killed by Thanos, that is him. That is that Loki. The reason he's alive is because the Avengers went back in time, he got the Tesseract, and he teleported away. Which brings up a whole host of other questions of, now that Loki is gone, how did all of those other events happen? Because remember, they didn't stop the Avengers from tampering with the timeline, right? They let them do it and then they went off and did their own thing. So if the Loki from the sacred timeline left, how did all of those events play out with him gone?
Mm, okay, so the second he picks up the Tesseract after the accident, he becomes a variant.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm reaching with T-Rex arms here for this, but it's very confusing.
Like so because okay, if you think about it, if you try to think about it logically, which is really hard with time travel because there's so many variables, up to the point where Tony Stark drops the Tesseract in front of Loki and Loki grabs it and teleports away, that is the true timeline. That is the Loki who is in Thor Ragnarok. That's the same Loki that sent Odin off to an old folks home and was playing as him. And then Thor found him, realized it wasn't Odin, and then they went to find Odin, and then Odin died, and then their sister got released, and then they had to go through all that. And then in Infinity War, Loki tries to kill Thanos, fails, and is killed himself. That is the Loki who picked up the Tesseract and disappeared. So, in that moment, did he just split into two? Or when he teleported away, did a new Loki just get generated in order to keep the new timeline like the the point of the variancy, the in order for there to have been a variant Loki created there, it means that there had to be at that exact point there has to be a Loki who had two options. He could stay there and be imprisoned, or he could take the cube and teleport away. Correct? Which means at that point, there is the Loki who decided to stay imprisoned. And then there's the Loki that picked up the cube and teleported away.
Right.
So
let's try to wrap this up in like the next 4 minutes because that was Christy just called and told me to get dressed. I guess we're going out to eat.
Okay. Well, once again, you shouldn't fuck around with time travel. But anyway, she kills him. The timeline goes fucking nuts. And we can talk about the rest later. I liked the episode, but yeah, the entire series is not as, when you go back and really pay attention to it, yeah, the entire series is not as good as it should be. Like it's a I like the character study of Loki's personality. That's great. Um and I like how he has to confront his actions and then grow from that. That's great.
Right.
But the rest of it is not as good as it should be. And if they kept giving it to like, there was a point in time like when He Who Remains called Sylvie on her bullshit and told her that she was a hypocrite and a murderer because she was like, it's personal to us. And me and you were talking about how she was being a hypocrite when she was talking to Mobius, and she was like, I did what I had to, and he's like, well, I did what I had to, and she was being a big hypocrite. And it's I want to believe that these writers are not getting 7 days to write these and they have 7 days to shoot, because it feels like that the moment we pick out a issue, they answer that issue in the next episode, right?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, but anyway, sorry this was a long one. Sorry we didn't put more gameplay into the last part of it, but it was just, yeah, like upon further inspection, there are a lot of problems with the storyline. There are a lot more problems with the storyline than I actually thought.
Well, okay, so while we're doing the thing, if you can figure out the problem and get it fixed, and you want to do some more recording, let me know.
Okay. But everybody, take care. Thanks for joining us on another video. Have a good day. Continue having a good week. Be safe out there, and we will catch you later.
Cheeky breaky.